The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Sup guys, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had Cloud's Powers. This is part 7, so that said, let's get into this. After seeing a huge gaping black hole in the center of the USJ, everyone began wondering on what's going on, as people began coming out of it, one by one, slowly showing. As Kirishima asks, I thought rescue training. I didn't think we'd be fighting against villains. As Aizawa said, we're not. And tells both Angel and 13 to keep the kids safe and takes care of them. As Izuku tells, but Mr. Aizawa, all those villains down there, you can't face them down by yourself. Your quirk is take on one at a time, don't you think? As Aizawa says, if you really think that, Midoriya, then you have a lot to learn of what a hero can truly do. As his eyes begin whining and heads down to face against all the villains. After that, Shigaraki comes out of the warp gate and says, we are here to kill All Might. So, don't you think that a place like this would be the perfect grave for the symbol of peace? As they begin wondering, they're here to kill All Might, but All Might's not here yet. Soon, Aizawa begins getting closer and closer and take on all the villains, beating down each and every one of them all at once. As Izuku surprised, both Kirishima, Bakugo rush out so they can take out Shigaraki. However, are stopped by Kurogiri and warp them into another location. As 13 and Angel says, kids, stay back. Don't rush in like that again. You have to make sure to be safe. As Angel steps up and says, I'll take care of this myself. And soon after, one white wing begins coming out of his back, and summons a spear, a trident-like spear on his left hand. As he says, wait a minute, you're Zack's teacher. As he says, Zack, huh? Haven't heard that name in a while. And flies down to help out Aizawa and tells 13 to keep the kids safe. But seeing that Kurogiri takes the chance to warp half of all the other students to other locations, where, just like in canon, Izuku lands in the water area with both Tsuyu, but also with Tifa as well. As he wonders, great. Seriously, this isn't the time for this crap. So, and plans on fight. As a villain begins coming after him, he tries swinging his sword, but misses due to him doing that. He doesn't have enough strength. That he can't have enough strength underwater. As the villain comes again, he tries his best to focus all his strength that he can hit the villain. However, Tsuyu comes up and takes care of it, helping him out and lifting him onto the boat. With Tifa actually taking on a couple of villains herself, doing that she's used to fighting, that she did training for underwater fighting. So she's not no stranger to fighting underwater actually. And gets up on the boat as well. As he goes to Izuku, asking if he's doing okay. He says, yeah, I'm fine, Tifa. I'm surprised you're able to fight underwater pretty well. She blesses and says, thanks. As Tsuyu begins, should I give you two a moment, or as the two begin blushing, saying, "We don't have time for that. We need to find a way to get back to the center and help out Mr. Aizawa and Mr. Angeal." As Izuku has a lot of questions for Angeal because he remembered him saying Zack's name. So during this, they began explaining their quirks, finding out a way for them to get out of this situation, wondering on what they can do. As Izuku explained his quirk, being Mako, that he has superhuman strength, durability, and speed, and an energy-based ability that allows him to shoot projectiles from his sword and increase his sword swings as well. As Tifa also explains her quirk as well with Tsuyu, and Tsuyu explains hers too, meaning that she can do anything like a frog can do, and Tifa can move faster and has superhuman strength. Wondering on what they're going to do. As Izuku begins thinking, he says that he has an idea, but he wants Tsuyu to be the one to get them out of there if she can. As he asks if she can carry 2 people. As she says, "I can probably carry 2 people with my tongue, but by my hands, not really." So, as Izuku says, "Good enough for me." As he says, focus with Tifa, then I'll catch up if I can. As Tifa says, "Wait, what are you going to do?" Izuku says, "Probably something stupid, so try not to get mad at me." As he says, "Tsuyu, be prepared." As she says, "Okay, Midoriya," and wraps her tongue around Tifa and says, "Wait, Izuku!" He jumps off the boat with his sword, channeling all the power he can through it. As all the villains say, "Ha! You plan on sacrificing yourself while giving your friends a chance to escape?" As he says, "Not likely." As a giant orb begins coming from his sword, as he screams, "Meteorite!" Feeling the stock power through his sword was a lot stronger than his normal meteor shot, as a giant meteor falls into the water, creating a giant whirlpool, forcing all the villains to be swept down into the bottom, as he screams, "So, now!" And she jumps, taking Tifa along with her. Izuku begins falling down to the water too, thinking that he's not going to get a chance, that he's so done for now. As Tifa grabs Izuku and weighing down Tsuyu a little bit, but still enough for them to escape out of the water area. As Tifa says, "You are such an idiot." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, I know." Allowing them to escape and making it to the entrance. As they both wonder what they're going to do. As Izuku saying, "Well, I'm not going to stand here and do nothing. I'm going to head back to the entrance and help out Mr. Aizawa, Mr. Angeal, and 13 as well. So, you guys could probably stay here if any of our classmates try to find. You can help them out to the center. If you need me, I'll be going." As he moves as fast as he can, as Tsuyu begins saying, "Wow, he's a lot faster than I thought." As Tifa feels, he always does this. He always runs into danger, even though he knows he can't win a fight. And soon after, Tsuyu saying, "Tifa, you okay?" "I'm fine, Tsu. I just need to go and take care of that idiot." And runs as fast as she can as well. Soon after, Tsuyu is struggling to keep up with both of them having superhuman speed. As Izuku stops and sees the fight, Mr. Aizawa only down one arm, fighting against all the other villains and preparing to fight against the Nomu and Shigaraki, as he's saying, "Time to take out the final boss." And Shigaraki saying, "You think I'm the final boss? No, this guy is." As both the Nomu grabs Aizawa by the face and plans on crushing him. As Shigaraki saying, this would be the perfect warm-up to take out All Might. Soon after, Izuku showed up. Taking on All Might? Quite the ambitious kid you are. With one swing of his mighty Buster Sword, and cuts off the Nomu's arm using Braver. And letting go of Aizawa, feeling, what? How? As in shock seeing this, as he's saying, so you saying this is the thing that can beat All Might? Trust me, you got no chance against him if he can't even handle my one cut from his arm. He's supposed to have shock absorption. Why didn't it work? As said, shock absorption? No wonder. It absorbs shock blows from punches or probably attacks from explosions and stuff like that. What about a cut from a sword? I doubt that was going to help. As Aizawa said, Midoriya, what are you doing here? You're supposed get to safety now. As Yuki's saying, sorry, Mr. Aizawa, but I can't allow that to happen. You're in danger, and I'm not just going to sit by and do nothing. It's not the kind of person I am. As he's saying, a kid like this. Soon after, Shigaraki screams out to his Nomu and says, kill him! As the Nomu go straight at Izuku. Izuku's smiling, saying, is that all you got? This is easy. Moving faster than the Nomu can catch up. As the Nomu does catch up with Izuku pretty quickly, wondering, what? And tries to punch him, but Izuku blocks the attack with his sword, with the blow barely even break, but the blow does break one of his ribs, though. It feels quite immense pain. As Tifa and Tsuyu both arrive back at the center of the entrance, she's worried about Izuku. However, Angeal tells you two, get Aizawa back to the entrance. Take care of him while you can. He's going to need help. As Tsuyu says yes. However, Tifa tells, but Izuku, as Angeal says, I'll help him out myself. You take care of your teacher. And she says, yes, sir. There, Izuku keeps on fighting against the Nomu, blocking each and every one of his attacks, feeling like the Nomu's getting faster and faster and stronger with each blow. Izuku can't keep holding back on this. He has to land at least one more hit and decides to use his trump card, being his Osha Slash, which he needs some time to prepare to use the technique. However, each and every punch that Nomu lands on him, he feels like he can't have that chance. However, soon after, Angeal shows up and stabs the Nomu right on his back, saying, wait, Mr. Angeal, what are you? As he says, kid, if you got a move you want to use on this thing, you better do it now. I can see it on your face. As Izuku say, right, takes his time and stores up all of his energy, but also feels One for All flowing through his body as well, and decides to use it to amp up his attacks. And he begins executing his strike, slashing through the Nomu with each and every cut, and then jumping into the air and slicing him down, cutting the Nomu in half with blood spraying everywhere. But the Nomu is not dead though, forcing it to fall down to the ground. And Angeal saying, that was strong. That guy seems strong, but if he was able to be beaten by a high school kid, I guess he wasn't really much for anything against All Might. As Izuku's saying, we still got some more villains to take care of. As he begins holding on to his chest. Seeing this, Angeal says, hold on, Midoriya. You're in no shape to fight after fighting against a thing like this. You better sit this out. I'll go help out your teachers and the rest of your other classmates. As Izuku saying, but, no buts, go. Just hang on to me and I'll get you back to the entrance. As Angeal grabs him by the collar and flying up to the going to the entrance. There, Shigaraki is annoyed seeing this, hoping that the Nomu was able to kill Izuku. However, he sees both Angeal and Izuku in one piece, getting really, really annoyed seeing this, wondering how, why? That Nomu was made to kill All Might. How could a little brat like that kill him? As Kurogiri tells Shigaraki, I think it's time for us to go, Tomura Shigaraki. We lost our ace in the hole, and our forces are being defeated one by one. I think we should retreat. As Shigaraki said, not before I kill that little brat. He deserves to die for what he's done. As he tries running to the entrance where both Angeal and Izuku land, saying, well, one student for you. Hope you don't mind. As they again, Midoriya and Tifa ran up to Izuku, hugging him, saying, I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried. As Izuku saying, I'm fine. You know I'm not the weak little kid I used to be, right? As saying, I know, but you're still an idiot. However, Angeal sees Shigaraki coming straight at the entrance, knowing that he's going to come for Izuku, and prepares his spear for battle. However, All Might finally shows himself and goes through the doors as everyone sees this and says, no need to fear, because I am here. With a huge angry look on his face, actually worrying Izuku because he never seen him angry before. He was always smiling. As Shigaraki notices this and hears All Might and says, I guess it really is game over now. Now that he's here and we lost our trump card, there's no point of us being here anymore. And as for these pawns, they're useless now. Kurogiri, open a warp gate and get us out of here now. As Kurogiri opens a warp gate, getting him and Shigaraki back to their hideout at the bar. As All Might saying, I guess that's it. And looking at Aizawa saying, oh, Aizawa, I'm so glad you're okay, but it seems like you were done pretty badly. He tells him their ringleader had a disintegration quirk. My arm is completely wrecked now. They can barely even feel it anymore. Soon after, he's saying, well, I guess I'll be taking care of them now. And not only that, all the other teachers arrived as well, with Ida getting there pretty quickly, taking care of all the remaining villains that weren't defeated. With Izuku getting a little bit of treatment, just some bandages around his rib cage, and that's all. He wasn't hurt too badly like he was in canon. After that, their experience at the USJ comes to an end. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment below and tell me what you guys think. Also, please subscribe and like the video as well, which helps out my channel a lot anyway. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And this is Leon Moki signing out. Later.